No, he's not dead. Finn is alive. My son is alive.
Truth. I believe that you believe that you're telling the truth, but...
He is.
Well, okay, well, hold, wait.
You're saying that Finn is alive. You're also saying that he's with Sheila?
Is anyone else surprised that this story is moving along very quickly? I thought we would have to suffer through at least one full episode and maybe a half of another episode of Lee trying to convince Liam and Bill that Finn was alive, but no, they got it in gear and they believed her today. And spoiler alert, get your tissues ready because at the end, Finn and Lee do reunite. And it was so emotional that even Sheila was crying. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another bold and a beautiful review. We have a lot of interesting scenes to break down today, so let's get into it.
Everyone wrote him off except me. That hospital, he didn't die. I saved him. Refused to give up on my son. Refused to let Sheila take him from me.
And now, Finn's with her?
Yes, I have to stop Sheila.
So initially, Liam and Bill were still very skeptical. They were telling her that she was confused and she had been through trauma, looking at her like she was still out of it. But she was adamant that Finn was still alive and that he was with Sheila. So she sat down and told them the whole story of how she did not give up on him. She snuck him out of the hospital, got him to a safe space, and got him back better. And let them know how Sheila found her, chased her, and she said she lost control of the car. I know we were going back and forth about did Sheila actually ram her or not. So the writers are writing it where Leah herself is saying that she lost control of the car. So as she's telling the story, Liam and Bill are coming around. They're starting to believe her. Meanwhile, Finn is back at the hotel working on Sheila. He's still taking a calm approach, trying to get her to come around. She goes in her saying, whine, me, and he calls her out.
Things could have been so different if Steffi would have just accepted me.
There you go. Always blaming others for what you set in motion. None of this is Steffi's fault. It's yours.
You want to believe that Steffi is blameless in all of it.
So I was so happy that someone was finally calling her out to her face about her BS. I was yelling at the TV, yes, Finn, let her know. Finn was on fire today, but of course with Sheila, that doesn't matter. She's going to keep trying to justify her actions and trying to get you to see things her way. And someone in the comments made an interesting point that maybe the writer should delve into her childhood to see what made Sheila this way. And I think that would be very interesting. But as much as she tried to justify what she did, Finn was not letting her off the hook today.
She was hell-bent on stopping that. And Finn, I just lost it.
Yeah, you tried to kill her, and you shot me instead.
You weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, Sheila, listen to yourself. Just stop it. Stop trying to justify this unforgivable thing.
So Sheila goes on to tell him that saving his life should account for something. He says, you didn't do that. My real mom did that. And she says, no, you almost died and I used the paddles and I brought you back to life. He says, okay, you saved my life. Let me live it. Let me get back to Steffi and Hayes. She continues to go on about wanting this time with him and he's over it. And he starts getting out of the bed saying that he's leaving. She's trying to stop him saying you're not strong enough. Now, meanwhile, back at Bill's house, they finally clicked and they are believing her now.
Finn's alive.
Yes.
Oh my God, Steffi needs to know. I gotta tell her.
No. What? If Finn's been with Sheila, he's not safe. No one can know until we have him in hand.
You're right. All right.
Can you take me to her?
I'll recognize it. I'll recognize the building if I see it.
Okay, you text me when you find it. I'm gonna call Baker.
Nice. Get your son.
I was so happy to see this scene and that they were already going to go and find Finn. I didn't know how they were going to drag it out. Like I said at the beginning, I was really shocked that they wrapped this up today. Was anybody else shocked by that? I guess maybe because of the preemptions, they had to cut down the scenes a little bit, because you know The Bold and the Beautiful loves to drag out a scene like this for days on end. And I'm also glad that Bill is getting to do something other than sit around with Liam and Wyatt talking about Brooke and Ridge. So this was really great to see. I'm glad that he's sort of getting to be the hero in this situation. So just interesting all around.
I just wanted to be near you and Hayes.
Steffi, too. I wanted to love all of you.
It's not possible.
What are you doing?
I don't think it ever was.
You can't do that. You're not strong enough yet.
I'm good.
You can't just walk out of here.
So we see here Finn is totally over Sheila. He almost has like a quiet resolve that he's leaving and that she's not going to stop him. He pulled all his equipment off, got out of bed. Sheila's still trying to tell him that he's too weak to go. You see how he kind of quietly was just like, I'm good. So Sheila goes on to tell him again that you can't leave. And he's like, what are you going to do? Shoot me again? And he's making it very clear that he's not going to spend another moment away from Steffi and Hayes.
No, son.
No, I'm not your son. Do you have any idea what you've taken from me?
I'm sorry.
I believe that. But what I want even more is for you to see all the harm and destruction that you've caused.
So he made it very clear to her that he is not her son, and said that, do you know what you've taken away from me, referencing Lee, which makes these next scenes so much more emotional, because you can tell he was taken to that point partially because of his grief for knowing that Sheila killed Lee. And Sheila was looking like a little child that had been caught doing something wrong. And this time she did not put up a fight. She did not try to stop him. She said, you can go and you can go try and find Steffi.
You really are alive. You're safe now.
Now, please tell me that Sheila was not delusional enough to think that Finn was actually going to hug her before he left. Now, before he walked out the room, he did soften to her just a little. He said he wished that it didn't have to be this way, because he told her in no uncertain terms that she would not have a relationship with him or Hayes. So as soon as he's heading for the door, Bill busts in, and I'm thinking, where is Lee? And then he finally steps to the side, and then we see Lee, and then we get the beautiful reunion.
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay, I am not going to cry about this scene again while I'm doing the recap, but it was very beautiful because you could tell how hurt Finn was thinking that Sheila killed his mom. And I have to say, all the actors brought it in that scene, and even Kimberlyn tearing up like that, because I'm sure for the character of Sheila, thinking that she had killed Lee, finding out that she hadn't, I'm sure she was shocked and worried for herself, like she always is. I'm sure it was overwhelming to see that she was still alive. So it was just a great scene all around. I want to know your thoughts in the comments about this scene in particular. Okay, those are your major scenes for today. All in all, great episode. Also, did you notice Lee throwing those daggers with her eyes at Sheila towards the end? So this is not over. We also have Taylor and Ridge heading to Monte Carlo to check on Steffi. The rumors are that Finn is going to fly to Monte Carlo. So the stage is set for some high drama. So it's definitely going to be interesting. High drama in a beautiful location. So I can't wait to see it. Thanks for watching. Please take a minute to like the video, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.